adopted for self-interest. To be sustainable, everybody on the platform has to choose to be on the platform because they want to be and feel it's their best interest to do so. Once you understand this is for church. Even people come for church, they come for their self-interest, even if it's for the glory of God. So like a free market, nobody forces to buy and sell. Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple all count on self-interest of each user to cause the platform to thrive. I should or I ought to is not sustainable. So if people are involved in your church because they ought to be going there, or they ought to serve, or it's something I should do, that's not a sustainable force. But what is it that God has created every person to do that's individually? So part of your job as a pastor, how to release their passion to champion that cause, to get involved in that thing. And yours and mine might be completely different, Pat. But it's that Ephesians 2:10 thing. What is it in your heart that I need to help unlock? And again, that's all this unused energy in the community. And what can you do to build experiences, to build tools, to build an environment, a platform that releases those things? The self-interest is differentiated from selfish interest. We're working to build a symbiotic ecosystem, not a parasitic community where one member benefits while the rest are harmed. I have a friend out in Modesto that runs a big city movement, and it was a meeting of pastors and nonprofit leaders. Well, the pastors stopped coming because all the nonprofit leaders were cornering the pastors and saying, hey, can we come speak at your church and blah, blah, blah. And the pastors, they didn't want to be hassled. So they had to create rules. All platforms have rules that they said you can set out your booths on the perimeter and somebody wants to come talk to you, but you can't keep buttonholing our pastors. And once they set up that rule, because it was becoming a parasitic community, that all the pastors started coming back. So we know we have the right architecture and we can harness the passion and creative energy of everyone, and the best people are able to give their best because of what they want to do. So when we think about if this network were to expand to beyond pastors to city people, but you'd have to say what are the self-interests of other network partners, of pastors, of school principals, of mayors, of educators, job creators, artists, donors, the platform owner. What are the self-interests that would keep people coming there? And those are really important to think through because they'll come one time because they're invited and because maybe they ought to do that. They ought to at least check it out. But what is it that would make a mayor want to come here? Well, a mayor would be drooling to come here, frankly. But why school principal? Because mayors are held accountable for how they can pull together the collaborative resource of their community. Principals, imagine a school district superintendent or principal coming and being part of this group to have the potential workforce, labor force, volunteer force that they have.